The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights coming up next. Game 1-2 Milwaukee Bucks 1-1 Orlando Magic 9-9 Final. Game 1-2 Memphis Grizzlies 1-1 Cleveland Cavaliers 9-1 Final. Game 1-2 Phoenix Suns 1-7 Washington Wizards 1-8 Final. Game 1-2 Los Angeles Lakers 1-1-7 Houston Rockets 1-0-0 Final. Game 1-2 San Antonio Spurs 1-1-2 Oklahoma City Thunder 1-0-2 Final.
NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The opening tip won by the Pacers as we get underway in downtown Indianapolis. Collison to Oladipo. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Sixers control it. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Collison. Jay, sum it up. Why was Victor Oladipo the most improved last year?
Because he was no longer Robin. Victor Oladipo has become Batman, and he attacks the game the same way Russell Westbrook does. That short stint at OKC taught Victor Oladipo how to compete 24/7.
Won't go down. Collison into the front court. Down just a couple. Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid swats it. Scooped up. Going the other way. Lets it fly from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. To Collison. To Oladipo. Won't go. The jumper's off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Harris. From the painted area, won't go down. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oladipo. Collison. Wide open look, won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
To Simmons. Five to shoot for Indiana. To Collison. Joel Embiid sends it away. Turnover gives them the possession. Sixers have the basketball. To Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Collison. Here comes the screen. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Turner with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Number 11, Domantas Sabonis.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Defense making the ball carrier work. And he's fouled. and he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Darren Collison has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot. Because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. For 3, count the triple.
The transition three-point shot is one of the most difficult shots to actually defend. It's natural for the defense to automatically run back and protect the paint. But these days, people say, why settle for a 3? Why not? Especially when you can shoot the ball at that kind of clip.
Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Has a chance. A shot. No good by Green.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, Miles Turner. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark in you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Oladipo into the front court. The score 10-8. To Turner. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game for Philadelphia, number 33, Tobias Harris.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7. Because either they're posterizing you, or that attempt can still be a poster.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oladipo to Young. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Number 4, Victor Oladipo.
Seth Curry to Embiid. Kyle O'Quinn rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Corey Joseph, guarded by Seth Curry. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first.
Entering the game for the Indiana Pacers, number 12, Tyreke Evans. And number 23,
Two for 2 on that trip. Joseph with it. It's 14-12. The screen sets him up for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Joseph with it. He'll run the offense. Offensive board. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Danny Green from long range. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
And if a player can make a shot at a high percentage, especially when the defense is caught backpedaling, that's a shot you should shoot every time.
Evans. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Jay, I wouldn't confuse this team with the Houston Rockets, but there is no question the Pacers are built to play fast.
Yeah, one of the fastest teams in the league, and I think depth this year will help them towards the latter part of the season, particularly in the playoffs. Last year, you felt like you saw Victor Oladipo get a little bit tired, but now due to better conditioning, you add on a guy like Tyreke Evans, you have guys like Corey Joseph. This team is loaded with depth.
Kyle O'Quinn, huge block. That's out. Last touch by Kyle O'Quinn. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Seth Curry to Embiid. Fires the 3, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one, counted. That one won't go. One more to come. Oladipo into the front court. Leads 1. To Evans.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Here comes the screen. Tyreke Evans up against the 8-time All-Star. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Goes to the left side. Pacers have it. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Corey Joseph picked up by Seth Curry. To Young. Trying to cash in. Young off the mark. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Has a chance. Can't connect. To Howard. Joel Embiid. 3 for 6 now.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a 3-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Evans. To Young. Oladipo. Whoa! What a finish! They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Won't go. Lays it up and in.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Seth Curry to Danny Green. Fires the 3. Danny Green is going to get a chance at 3 here. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. First free throw is good. And he hits the second.
For Philadelphia, number 25, Ben Simmons.
Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. It's Indiana basketball to Matthews. Here comes the screen.
To number 10, Kyle O'Quinn.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
For the Indiana Pacers, number 33, Miles Turner. And number 2, Darren Collison.
Simmons to Embiid. Thaddeus Young. Tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down 4. To Young. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Domantas Sabonis sends it away. Collison into the front court. Down 3. To Evans. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Terrific vision. It was right there. Matthews. Almost unlucky bounce to Simmons. Missed it. How'd that not go down? To Evans. And scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down by 1. To Matthews. Cleans it up. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first.
Number 33, Tobias Harris. Into the game. Number 21, Thaddeus Young.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Layup goes down. Well done.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Collison into the front court. Down 2. Thaddeus Young matched up with Howard. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Beyond the arc for 3. That no good off the mark. Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias
Who
Harris
plays
missed
NBA
it.
Live anymore? See Mom.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. Into the front court comes Collison. Lead is 2. Screen coming to Collison. Dwight Howard with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Pacers control.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
To Young. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Turns and slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Has a look. A shot by Young, no good. Off the mark. Collison into the front court. Down just a couple. He gets it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Pacers with the possession. To Young. Collison. Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Going to launch beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Second to 3, got it. And he hits all 3 free throws. Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo. Probing the defense to Young. Curling inside. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. To Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. To Simmons. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Oladipo, not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle and not landing.
To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Oladipo into the front court. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Free throws up and perfect. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Oladipo trying to cash in. Shot by Bogdanovic, off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Joseph with it. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot by Bogdanovic, no good. To Tobias Harris. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Oladipo. From the painted area, won't go down. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Now 3 for 9.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Shot from the lane won't go. The drive right to the basket. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Oladipo. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Has a chance? Not that time. To Simmons. Oh, he had it. Dwight Howard pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game,
Ferguson.
number 2, Darren Collison. Defensive.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Oladipo into the front court. Down 12. Amir Johnson with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
To Danny Green for 3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
It's Indiana basketball. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup to Oladipo. Has a look. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Ferguson. He'll get it down to Johnson. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Into the front court comes Collison. Down by 15. Trying to cash in. Oladipo's shot misses to Seth Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oladipo. Johnson with the rebound. From long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Collison here against Ferguson. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track.
Bench points. The Indiana Pacers had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Dwight Howard did a remarkable job of swatting shot after shot. Scorers have got to be thinking twice when he's within range. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Surveys the floor to Tobias Harris. Simmons. Fires the three. Not easy.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Collison fires the three. Embiid with the board. Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Sixers control it. Collison into the front court. His guys down big. Ben Simmons swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Can't connect from inside. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Joel Embiid, 4 out of 10.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Screen coming. Oladipo to Collison. Taken by the Sixers. Missed a wide open look. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. Pacers control. To Oladipo. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Darren Collison sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
4-3. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oladipo. Driving right to the basket. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Into the front court comes Collison. 14-point deficit. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. To Tobias Harris. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Harris. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And even his easy shots look difficult. It seems like the defense has completely disrupted his game. The bumping and pushing him has really thrown him off.
You've got to get that one to go. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Oladipo to Collison. Has a look. Sabonis can't connect. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Collison into the front court. Down a bundle. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Embiid. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first.
For the 76ers, number 20, Dwight.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Pacers with the possession. Collison. Nothing going here on that drive. Collison to Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Victor Oladipo. Sixers with the rebound. Embiid. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And look out.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Harris to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Collison. Screen coming. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Goes to the right side. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Oladipo. Five to shoot for Indiana. Sabonis can't connect. To Howard. Simmons to Howard. Miles Turner rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Can't miss those. To Embiid. Miles Turner, huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Going to launch beyond the arc, and the rebound comes down to Young. Indiana with the basketball. Collison to Evans. Darren Collison, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Collison guarded by Howard. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Simmons. Had a chance, but it's no good. Into the front court comes Collison. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Thaddeus Young. Tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
It's Indiana basketball. Down to Young. Blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
For 3, he engulfed him that time. Collison into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Young. Has a chance. Shot by Bogdanovich. Off the mark. To Simmons. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Evans to Collison. Has a look. Collison's shot won't fall. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Pacers control. Evans. Dwight Howard sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
From long range, it's no good. Shot's not going down. To Collison. Young. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Trying to cash in. Shot by Evans won't fall. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
New blood coming in for both sides. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Sixers have the basketball. To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Fires the three, no good. Deep two there, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end, and a great start for the 76ers. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Young slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Seth Curry. to Danny Green. Finish that. To Oladipo. Has a look. And strokes it.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Philadelphia with the basketball. Seth Curry to Embiid. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. Gets a shot up off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Oladipo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Evans. The drive, right to the basket, and the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Shooting 2.
First try, no good.
For Indiana, number 11, Domantas Sabonis. Stepping in for the 76ers, number 15.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Seth Curry to Howard. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Oladipo. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Green with a shot, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And count the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Howard.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Young to Evans. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Pacers with the possession. Trying to cash in. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Shot won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Down a bundle.
Watch Cutter. Watch Cutter. Watch Cutter.
Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harris to Howard. Good look that time, but off the mark. Indiana with the basketball. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
And he'll go to the foul line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Oh, I missed a short one there. Miles Turner with the block. Ooh, 5 now. Substitution being made in this one. Harris. Collison to Evans. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Evans. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Evans to Turner. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Slam dunk.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Oops, he missed the first one. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. To Tobias Harris. No good.
I got this play on. Let's go.
Ben Simmons pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Tobias Harris. Tough make through traffic.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Indiana basketball. To Oladipo. To Turner. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Pacers control. Oladipo. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jet.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Matthews. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Great feed. Dwight Howard with a piece. 24-second violation. To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Collison. Has a chance? Yes, Wesley Matthews. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys hold a commanding lead. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Turner. And a nice finish at the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Pacers with the possession. Got it.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Simmons on the pass, stolen by Indiana.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Collison. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Miles Turner swats it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's 3 for 7.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Howard. Won't go. Matthews, great look and vision, and stuffs it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
To Howard. Scores from the post. Now whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Knocked loose. Joel Embiid sends it away. That misses with 2 seconds to go. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers put one in the win column with a solid performance. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup.
Game 1-2 Philadelphia
The Pacers
76ers
didn't get the victory
1-0
they
for
wanted here
Indiana
today.
Pacers
And even
8-8
though some of them
final.
smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Indiana Pacers did so many things wrong when it came to defending the fast break. I'm not sure it's the kind of thing that can be fixed with a single practice, so they better get started, and soon.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Indiana Pacers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.